We're going to go over how much time your company can save through enhanced first article inspection. First, let's talk about the current process that most companies go through, and I've interviewed a ton of different companies that have a quality department and have visited quite a few and have talked about the process. They've shared with me their current workflow challenges. I will share that information with you guys. Then we'll talk about how you can enhance first article inspection through some automation. We'll demonstrate the solutions that are available, and then we'll talk about how you guys can get started with it. Now, if you're able to chat or ask questions using the questions panel, that would be great if you have questions during the webcast. If it's appropriate at the time, we'll answer it on the fly, and if not, I will save the questions and answers till the end. So let's get started. All right, does everybody remember the days of using these tools? In fact, you might still be using these tools now for conducting your first article inspection report documentation. It kind of brings back fond memories from my drafting board days before I started using, CAD tools. And I've been using SOLIDWORKS now for 15 years, so it's hard to believe that I started using these tools for creating detailed drawings. But these tools are still in use. These electric erasers and lettering templates, drafting dots, eraser shields, and most importantly, circle templates. And the reason why these things are still being used is because in quality departments across the world, they implement a process for conducting first article inspection on their prints. And now this is a very, very important thing to do to ensure product quality. Companies will take a print, they'll print out a drawing, they'll take the circle template out, they'll take the Ames lettering guide, they'll put in some numbers inside of those balloons, and they will balloon that drawing. So that is a typical thing you'll do. And the balloons next to each item that you have on a drawing represent a specification number that can be used to go over to a first article inspection report form. Many companies have their own hard copy forms, or they will type it up in Excel. But if you look at this form here, you'll see a balloon number column, the actual number from the drawing. So if we go back to the drawing on the balloon drawing here, you'll actually see 1.767, 1.762, item number 18. And that would be hand transcribed to the first article inspection form. Now, even worse, if I go back to that balloon drawing, if we look at item number 12, 4.771, that would have to be transcribed to the nominal value, and then the upper and lower limits would have to be calculated. So we break out our calculator. I love my old HP calculator here. And we'll calculate the upper and lower limits from that nominal value based on the unless otherwise specified title block specification on your drawing. So you can imagine there's a lot of work here to get this this document created. And this document is a legal document that is typically requested from the person or company requesting the part to be manufactured. Finally, a validation happens, right? Now you'll take out a pair of calipers. You'll a lot of companies will use a CMM system now, a coordinate measuring machine, to automate the collection of those dimensions and validate that they're within tolerance. So they'll go back to the transcription document, the first article inspection form, we'll refer to it in this case, and actually fill out the actual measured result. So they'll take the data out, they'll either hand put it in, or they'll take a data dump from a CMM in some kind of format like a CSV file or Excel, and then copy and paste it into this form. So once again, balloon, transcribe, calculate, and validate. And guess what? For a typical drawing, about 100 specifications on it. Let's say there's 90 dimensions. A couple of them have geometric tolerances. There might be a surface finish symbol. There might be some notes. Let's say that's 100 things that need to be ballooned and transcribed. So you're drawing 100 balloons. You are transcribing 100 nominal values. You're calculating both the upper and lower limit for many of those dimensions, a number, so that's 200 more things you're writing down. And then you're taking in that validation information, 100 more dimensions. So you're touching this first article inspection report form at least 500 times. And then guess what? If there's a design change, not that that would ever happen, you'd have to go through this whole thing again and double check it. So that is what people go through, and it really is necessary to make sure you have good quality parts, right? But there is a newer way of doing this, and we have many customers that have implemented this technology now for conducting an enhanced first article inspection report. It doesn't have to be just the first article. It could be in-process documentation. It could be production part and approval, PPAP type reporting. You know, different industries have different types of reports. If you go to blog.capinc.com in the next week or so, you'll see an article about all of the different industry standards that we would work with the first article inspection report. But let's condense this process and make it smarter. So we're still going to go through the same things, right? We're going to balloon our print. We're going to transcribe that information. We're going to have calculations occur for the upper and lower limits on the tolerances. And we're going to bring in the validated data.